High Plains Technology Center, turning education and training into workplace success.
Oh, back to school to prove to Dad that I'm not a fool.
High Plains Technology Center, education at the speed of business. School is now in session.
Well, good morning. Good Wednesday morning. Taylor Burnett, High Plains Technology Center, here on another week. So we've had some action lately at the school, even though we're still in January, still going on with things. But I brought two guests today because it's double the trouble. They kind of go together, even though one of them's fairly new with everything. But I'm excited to have them on because we're going to talk all things adult when it comes to this, and we're going to talk about the adult career development, ACD. Sometimes people say ATD, but it's ACD when we come to things. Even people at our own school, believe it or not, call it ATD. Even when I have to put in a requisition, it still is the ATD, even though it really is ACD. So we have a lot of acronyms, as people know as well, but it's adult career development. So it's basically anything that we deal with when you're wanting to better yourself, when you're wanting to learn a skill, with that and everything. So I'm going to let the two people that I have in here introduce themselves. So they're sharing a mic, so be very nice to them out there in the public. So eat that mic. Go ahead.
Hi, I'm Tammy Kellen. I am the ACD coordinator.
And I'm Tracy Krause. I am the CNA and CMA instructor.
And she does a lot, too. Tammy gives me more gray hair if we really want to come down to it. But the beauty is we've got a lot going on. Tammy has been working. We got Tracy hired on. And guess what? We just had our first CMA class. So explain a little bit about what CMA is, because a lot of people know what CNA is, but CMA is a completely different deal.
So the CMAs are able to pass meds in long-term care facilities.
Drug dealer. There's drug dealer.
They're the drug dealers.
Yeah, they're the drug dealers when it comes down to it.
But to be a CMA, you have got to be a CNA for 6 months before you can even take that class. So that's pretty important. We want to push the CNA class still, but the CMA class, CMA, is,
I know. Some more acronyms. We're throwing it at you.
Acronyms are absolutely
and
crazy.
There's just one little different letter in there.
Yes, but it is a completely different class, and it's an upgrade from CNA.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And it is. So you have to work 6 months before you can. So it is a continuation in essence. So with that, higher pay, I would assume, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So we had 4 students. And what happened with the 4 students?
We had a 100% pass rate.
Yeah, that's what we like, because guess what? That means people bettering themselves with this. So CNA, the N, Certified Nursing Aid, is how many hours? CNA.
It's 80 hours.
Okay. So CMA is
56.
56. There we go. So really, we did it a little bit longer this week, this time, just to make sure that we were all well and good. And guess what? We ran into weather days, so we were happy we actually did. I would still say that be wary of what's going to come in February. Man, I just was rhyming and I didn't even know it. Poet and didn't even know it. So when we talk about those things. So really, I love the transgression that people can make. They can go from that CNA level, find out if you want to be in this. I still say, and I still contend, a lot of people should probably be a CNA before anything to find out if you do want to do this. Don't you think that's a great starting level?
Exactly. I even had a few students that wanted to try the CMA before they apply for the LPN program. So
perfect, because there we go. So you just took a little bit, love what you just did. So we're taking that, going from the CNA, 6 months work, go to the CMA, and then if you really like it, you're going to go into that LPN, and then if you really like that, you can go on to RN, then you can go into CRNA, you can go, you can go into physician's assistant, you can go into all these things, that's what I love with the level that people can do, because I think, it's a prerequisite for LPN. CNA is, CMA is not, but I do think that if you find out, because find out if you like it, because sights, smells, actions, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's called the real world, isn't it?
Yes.
That's what I keep on telling my youngest, because she wants to be a nurse practitioner dermatology or something. And I go, well, guess what? You're going to go to health. She's the first one that's wanted to do that. And I go, you're going to go to health, and you're going to find out if you want to do it real fast. So, yeah. So, Tammy, some other classes we have going on, because guess what? It is January. We have ramped up with things, and we've got a plethora of classes coming on. So go ahead.
Absolutely. Last night we started our welding program for the evening class, and we have a good group of people in there for that.
And if you still want to take it,
there's still time.
can still-
Absolutely.
yes, definitely.
Absolutely.
And
Please
that's what
call
I want
us.
people to know with some of these hobby classes or learning a skill class, there's always going to be time. Now,
Absolutely.
it's a little bit different than the certification
Another
courses.
thing I want to add to that too is this class is for everybody, because I can have someone that wants to do the pipe welding. I can have someone that wants to be a farmer and just build their own corner post, or even if you just want to build your decorative things for your own yard, come and join this class.
That's what I
have
want to do, build
Oh
decorative
yeah, I'm
things
sure
for
it is.
my
But
yard.
this class is very well rounded, and it's there for everybody. And this is something that anybody and everybody can take. So anyway, that's on the welding class.
And different skill levels, too, correct?
Yes. But the instructors work with you. You don't have to be any skill level to come in. You can be a very beginner, and we can get you going on that. So we also have the basic Spanish class coming up on the 25th, and I really, really would like to see that filled. We have a fabulous instructor for that, and she loves teaching it. She loves the communication with the people out there. And I think this is something that we can really use for just our community. We have so many Spanish-speaking people in our community, and I think this is a benefit for all of us.
And it's so much better than, the online stuff that you can do
Oh, this
because
is
it's
definitely-
personable and you can actually come out there with some
it's
use.
personable,
Yeah.
and it's the wording you're going to actually use on the streets.
And it
stuff.
is a little
It's-
bit of Spanglish,
Yes, it is.
so
It is.
it applies to the real world,
It's
honestly.
real world Spanish. That'll be a lot of fun. Every month we do have a long-term care aid, but that is CNA, another little acronym there. But every month we do offer the CNA class. So look on our website at hptc.edu under our short-term classes, and you can see all those classes and the CNA class that we have once a month. Coming in May.
I know, breaking news. Here
Breaking
you go.
news. I'm real excited
I know,
about this.
2 weeks in a row. I had some last week too, so.
This year in May, we're going to have the meat processing plant here on our campus. So we are going to have Bob Jones teach that, and I'm really, really excited about that. Bob is well known here in Woodward. Anybody that's
He's
bought,
so awesome and so
Oh,
missed.
yeah.
Yeah.
but anybody that's ever bought anything in United knows Bob, because he's just that kind of guy. He knows people, and he's just a very approachable person. So we're going to do beef. I've broken this into 3 different classes. We're going to have the beef class starting May 6th, going to May 17th. And we're going to have the pork class going from May 20th to May 24th. And then we're going to have goat and sheep. I'm not sure which one we're going to have yet, but we'll have one of those smaller ones May 27th through May 31st.
I prefer sheep over goat.
Well,
for the
you
edible.
would, but I
Yes.
prefer goat over sheep.
I
so
got
there
you.
we go.
No, I'm saying for.
But of course, you and I are oil and water. It's all
without
great.
a doubt.
But I've broken those into 3 different classes because I didn't want it to be all month, because I know a lot of people still need to work. So I wanted to have it to where people can either take a 2-week class, or maybe they can take just a 1-week class. But call me, talk to me. Maybe we can work something out on this. This is brand new. Any of your ideas will be welcomed. I want your ideas. I
And
want
when
everybody
she says
to
a
talk about
lab, people, it's the Oklahoma Department of Career Tech bringing in a truck. We're going to have it on our campus. It's going to be there, everything you need.
it. Very visible.
Yes, and it's going to be perfect. If you have to run into the school, we'll still be right there as well. So this is a neat thing because, as everybody tries to get multifaceted with guess what? If you can do all this stuff, you can field dress a deer.
Yes,
that's
absolutely.
and that's what I think that people aren't probably thinking of, because it is intimidating. You can actually, other than just field dress that, you can actually take care of it yourself, and not have to go to the processor. Sorry, Chad.
Also, I know we're running out of time, so coming February 1st, we're going to have our basic phlebotomy class. I never really can say that word, but we will that class is starting to fill up, but there is still some room in there. So if you are interested in phlebotomy, please call me and get enrolled in that class, or go to our website and get enrolled. We have our furniture construction class starting on February 5th, and we have a new instructor for that.
I forgot about that.
Jeff Miller's going to be teaching that,
Okay.
and Jeff's real excited. He's come up and he has toured our facility. He actually has a daughter in our welding programs, so he is going to get more familiar with all of our programs there, but especially the furniture construction class. So we do have a certified medication aid, a CMA class. We have one more of those coming up. That's going to start on February 12th, and we may not have another one for 2 or 3 months. So if you're interested in that CMA class, give us a call. Get in there and get that one filled up, because we possibly could run out of room.
And we're
going
to take more than 4.
Yeah, we're going to take more than 4.
Yeah, there we go. Come on.
But
You guys got
we
it.
are going to work with whoever calls. We're going to make it work.
And remember, the only prerequisite is you have to be a CNA for 6 months.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that's not just licensed. That is actually working as well, correct? Or is it licensed?
No. They just have to be licensed for
Okay.
6 months.
Okay. Well, I'm wrong. All right. Perfect. As
And
usual.
I'm going to throw one more thing out there, Taylor.
Okay.
We have a CDL program going on, and we have a class going on right now. Our next class is going to start on April 8th, and I have 3 spots, only 3 spots available for that class.
And when she says 3 spots, that means first coming in and paying. It is not enrolling. It is paying.
Yes.
Just because of the demand of it, that's the way we have to do it. For those of you who don't know, now you have to have federal guidelines are you have to take a course and you have to go for so long. It is a little bit longer than we've done before, but it is
260 hours.
260 hours with that. So the cost is $4,800.
$4,800,
Okay.
but that includes, I want everybody to know this.
Yes.
This includes the permit. You will come in and you will get to take your permit with us. You will do your DOT physical with that. You're going to have a 15-panel drug screen with that, and then you're going to be able to get your license in the end after you pass all of your tests. That is all included in that $4,800.
You do not have to go to any offices to
No,
do anything.
we do it all for you.
Everybody, the Central Tech, it is actually in a partnership with us with Central Tech, with C&E, Fill a Need. There's no way we could afford to do it on our own. They are a statewide program. Even when we expand into Beaver County, they're going to go that route as well. So they actually come in, the students come in, everything's there. They test, get their they walk out with the license
They
in their
walk
pocket.
out with it, yes.
And the beauty is you talk about $4,800 for 6 weeks now. It used to be 5 weeks.
It's 5.5 weeks.
5.5 weeks. So 5.5 weeks for a job that's going to pay at least $60,000, whatever you want to do, depending upon if you want to do over the road, if you want to do local only, things like that. That changes the pay with things. But
Taylor, we've kind of thrown in some other things there too, because we have companies now coming in to interview you. So if you don't have a job with the CDL, if you walk out with a CDL, you could possibly walk out with a job as well, because we have companies coming into us that are doing interviews and laying things out there for you, and that possibilities of you going to work for them. So there's lots and lots of
above
things.
and beyond, once again, with things, because it is. I mean, we want the goal is just like the 100% pass rate. You want everybody to be employed, because our name, I tell the WIN class all the time, our name's attached to you, your name's attached to us. And that's the only way that it is meaningful.
Yes.
If you get more taxpayers in our district and helps our economy and helps our local people. So, yeah.
Yep, I think that sounds great. And like I said, hptc.edu. Look at our short-term classes. There's a tab on there that says short-term programs. Click on that, and it'll take you to all of the stuff that we've got, and we're adding things all the time.
And if you have any needs for classes that you thought of, Tammy just recently did a deal to where some people talked about classes. Give her a call, 571-6159. There you go. So she'll if we can make it work, we're going to make it work. If we don't make it work the first time, we'll try it again. But the main thing, and more than anything, is we have to have interest, and that's what she talked about. She talked about the basic Spanish. We have to have enough people enroll to actually payroll people. It's not just free gratis out there that we're getting people to be able to teach, and it's still affordable. I mean, Jiminy Christmas, we are very cheap, and I know that people are busy, but it's a way to expand yourself and help yourself out there with your career as well.
Absolutely.
Okay? All right. Well, it's back to work for us. Thanks for listening, and we will see you next week.